This is Outreach Inc. It is a nonprofit organization that provides basic needs and resources to homeless youth ages 14 to 24. Like many nonprofit organizations, Outreach runs as a charity and service organization that accepts donations, does fundraising, and writes grants to help run their facility. They help youth with employment, housing, mental health, transportation, education, physical needs, childcare, and financial literacy. They also help with mail services and bus passes, computer and Wi Fi access, food bags and meals, clothing and hygiene items, laundries, showers, education, and more.
Hi Scouts, we are here at Outreach, and it is an organization that is a nonprofit organization that helps homeless youth from ages 14 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here with Missy Wright, who is the Director of Donor Relations.
Yes.
Okay, tell us
Yes.
about your job.
Well, my job entails a lot of different aspects of the donation process. So, starting with awareness, so getting our message out and introducing what we do to potential donors as well as the current donors, kind of keeping them up to date on the activities here at Outreach.
So marketing and
Yes.
advertising.
Yeah,
and that kind of
like
thing.
some PR, that kind of stuff, trying to work with media, that type of. And then from the actual donor side of it, I handle just the relationships that we've built with our donors. We're very relationship centered, not just with our clients and our staff and our volunteers, but also with our donors.
Yeah.
So, so I do a lot of that stuff, help them with any kind of like tax. We have tax credits, but then also like donation receipts, and just kind of help guide them how they want to donate and what makes them excited and gear them to that part of our organization service.
We said that Outreach was a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
What does that mean?
We are actually. It is a status you get. It's called 501c3 status.
Okay.
And basically, our entity is tax deductible, I guess you could say. So, like if somebody wants to donate, then the money that they give is tax deductible on their taxes.
Okay.
So we don't work in a profit. We don't ever go into that profit margin.
Mm-hmm.
We utilize all of our funds.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more accountability when you're a 501c3. Our books are always open to everyone. Everybody can look at our expenses.
Okay.
So we actually have to go through different types of auditing process to make sure that we are utilizing our funds the correct way.
And so you're saying you don't have profits. So at the end of the year, you can say you're not rolling over any money into the next year. It's all been used.
We use it in our programming. So everything. So basically, what our board and we have a finance team that works with that's on our board. They do our budget, and so they look at, we know this program costs this much, and we know we want to add an extra $200 next year into this. So that's kind of how we set our budget on what then we need to raise to cover our budget. So it kind of
It's backwards.
It's backwards, yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of say, okay, we know that we want to expand this program, or we want to be able to help youth with this, or we want to write a grant to help get partners. So we have to kind of figure out, okay, so the grant would cover this much, but then we'd have a little bit extra that we'd have to cover. That'll go into this bucket of our budget. So we kind of lay out that budget, and then we fundraise. And
Okay, so that's a good
Yeah.
question. So you have a kind of a wish list.
yeah.
You know how much money you need to do that wish list, and then you go out and hope that
Yeah.
that money comes in
Exactly.
from donations.
Yes.
So let's back up just a little bit. How do you make decisions? You said you have a board.
We have, yes.
And how do you make a decision then in that board on what you're going to spend the money on?
That is our governing body, is our board of directors. We have a chairman of the board who serves for 2 years. And then we have a board under that. And so each board member kind of brings a different skill set. And so some might be much more financially, centered and minded, and some might be more marketing or development or programmatic, or, just generally. Actually, one of our board members is actually a former client of ours.
Okay.
So it just kind of is this governing body where they look at what we do and what's the best way to utilize our resources. And that's not just money. I mean, that's staff. It's everything. It's facilities. But they do govern us. So my boss, who is the CEO, reports to the board.
Okay.
So the board is his boss.
Gotcha.
So, and then,
And what's nice about that is I hear you say that lots of different people with different interests, so that not one interest is being pushed further than the other. It's everybody making a decision together.
Yeah, and you try to have it as well-rounded as possible, and they actually go through like board trainings.
So you've made the decisions on what you want to spend the money on, and you say now you have to go get the money or the resources, like you said. Tell me about fundraising and getting donors.
Okay, there's a lot of different models out there. We actually, our base is all relationships. So it's really finding out, if somebody says, I think I want to know more about outreach, I love what you do, we generally would like to sit down with that person and actually ask questions about what it is that drives you, because we want to make sure that we take on what it is you want us to do. So we allow donors to designate funds. Okay. So if say somebody comes up and says, I have $20 I want to give, but I want it to go to bus passes.
Okay. Good. You give bus passes out to your
yes,
clients.
Yes, we give bus passes out.
Jobs.
Yes. So it would go to, and we market that this came in for bus passes. We're putting it in the bus pass, like bucket.
Yeah.
Bucket. Yeah. So it's really, it's not just walking out and going, so hi, nice to see you. So by the way, do you want to donate money to outreach? I mean, it's much more of a, let me find out who you are and what you're passionate about, and how can it align with what we do here. We feel that way about even in-kind donations, which is a different type of donation. It's not monetary, but rather it's gifts of clothing. It can be a gift of a gift card. It's in kind because it's not actual cash. Still tax deductible. We do clothes. We have food pantry. People will donate food. We have even like office furniture. We have baby stuff. Yeah, we have a baby shower each year, so the baby supplies. Diapers, a diaper drive, a sock drive, water, all that stuff is in kind, but still considered a donation. Okay. And our view on it is that every donation is valuable. It's all even, needed. And there's no hierarchy of donations. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to give them that dignity of having, clean clothes, clean underwear, being able to brush their teeth, put on deodorant, take a shower, that dignity that then they can walk out the door and feel a little bit,
take on the day.
Yeah, and so
taken care of.
Yeah. And a lot of our clients, we are their only family. I mean, they have no other family. And that's something that's very real to us, as well as when I share that with a potential donor, they realize that just donating isn't just writing a check. I mean, we actually would like donors and volunteers to become a partner with us and to be part of this family.
And you have a really great newsletter that comes out and a website that shares some of the case stories, and you can really be a part of it and feel the relationship if you read the website.
I get excited because I hear all these cool stories every day, and I'm like, it's so unfair that other people don't get to hear these amazing stories of transformation
and seeing where their money and their in-kind donations are going,
and how it really truly does impact. I mean, I can almost account for any dollar that anybody has given us and said, this is what you've done. I mean, we've gone so far as to figure out how much it costs us an hour to run this place. And it's, we know it costs $114.15 an hour to keep outreach open and to do this. So that's part of the whole fundraising process, is kind of knowing what we need. So,
and being passionate about that.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I think the biggest part of doing any kind of not-for-profit like fundraising is truly the passion part of it, and believing in the cause that you're out there, talking to people and sharing. I think that's the biggest part of it. And
you got to believe in what
you got to believe in it.
Working for.
Yeah, and that goes for volunteers. That goes for everybody that walks through a door of an organization. I mean, we cherish everybody. Like I said, I mean, we have groups come in and help us clean. We have groups that come in and say, we want to make burritos and have them in your freezer. I mean, It's what keeps us going.
Yeah.
And it truly is. That's what enables us to do our work. So
Well, you're doing fantastic
Thank
things
you.
here. But thank you, Missy, for your
Thank
time
you.
and your expertise on the topic. Really appreciate it.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
This was just a blank space for a long time, and we actually had a Girl Scout come in and take this on as her gold project. I believe it was the Gold Award project. She came up with the design. She came up with the volunteers to do the work, the all the materials. She got everything taken care of. So you can kind of see and there were some really intricate parts. This is one of my favorites. Is just a beautiful glass enclosure that is just. I like to come up here and just sit in this nice window area and turn this on. It's just very peaceful. And so we have a little station over to the side over here that holds our Mac. So if we want to do any kind of more creative work, we can do that. That was actually also a donation, so we love that. This is our conference room. We've actually grown, so this doesn't even hold all of our staff anymore, but it is perfect for team meetings as well as guests that come in and client meetings. And we also every Tuesday and Friday have somebody from Adult and Child who comes in and meets with our clients up here. So it's a nice little, almost like counseling area too.
The youth
So-
being homeless without a
Yeah.
home, they
Have
can't have any mail
Yeah.
delivered to them.
So we get their mail delivered here, so that helps with any kind of, like, if they have insurance cards coming or any kind of even just mail from family, or this is where it all comes. And
Okay.
they can come by anytime and get it, or when they come for breakfast, or they can also ask for it then.
So this is where they'll do breakfasts and
This is where we do breakfast. It's set up as like a buffet, so there's no serving line, there's none of that. It's very much they come in, fix what they want. We have volunteers who come in, make the eggs and the pancakes, and we have cereal. We have a little bit of everything for the youth, and they just kind of fix their plates, and they can sit around here, they can sit at the other table. You can kind of see the dresser behind. That's where we keep the different hygiene items. We want to make it all very family house style, so it's shown with dignity. There's nothing like institutional about it.
So if they need a toothbrush or deodorant, they would go to that
It's right
cabinet.
over there,
It's labeled.
Yeah. So we have a couple of tables where they can sit. We've got some couches. We have in this room here we have a computer lab, so the kids can do like any kind of work on a computer, more work-related stuff like looking for a job or that kind of stuff. So this is our kitchen. We have a staff refrigerator as well as a youth refrigerator. So you can kind of see our youth refrigerator holds all of our eggs and our biscuits and everything for drop.
And most of these things are donated.
Yes, so we can tell we got a beautiful donation of water. I think we probably have enough water to carry us through the winter.
So lots of donations here as
Yes,
well. And
lots
then
of donations.
you put together food bags
Yes.
for them to take.
So this would be a typical food bag. So this kind of shows what we're able to give them. And again, these things are donated. So we give them water, we give them, macaroni and cheese, crackers, fruit, all that kind of stuff for them to eat. There are things, you'll see some things in cans. That's one of the things we also ask for donations are just manual can openers. So we do get those too. So that is something. So, when people think of what to donate, there's all these random, stuff that aren't just like the, $5 here or there. I mean, like the stuff that we ask for, we try to ask for very specific needed items because, we know what goes into the daily life. And we don't want people to, give stuff that we can't utilize. Right. So we try to be very specific about our needs.
And you list that stuff on your website?
Yes.
The specific needs for the time?
Okay. Yeah, we try to keep that always updated. So, yeah. So, this is our clothing pantry. I actually have a youth that comes once a week to help us clean it, sort stuff, hang stuff up. She does it and gets paid in gift cards.
Nice.
So she gets like grocery gift cards. So that's kind of her job, and she's done an awesome job. We have it all separated, men's, women's, size. So they can come in and go, I need this, or I want this, and they can look for it. So shoes, bags. So this is our laundry room. You can see we have 4 washers and dryers, and we allow our youth to come and do their laundry during drop time. We have little instructions. You can kind of see the instructions here to show them how to do it, because they do their own laundry. We do provide all the soap, everything like that. So we provide that for them, but they are still responsible for folding and everything and getting it out.